Hi, Josh from Cool Club Sydney here. Just wanted to talk a bit about putting and the things we can do while we're stuck indoors with all this COVID business going on. Want to kind of talk to you a bit about levers in putting and ways we can kind of set ourselves up to eliminate levers and be a bit more consistent with our putting structure. So first of all, main one's going to be hands. So hands are the first lever that we've got on a putter. And essentially if I set up here with my hands set up like I'm going to hit a driver, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be able to wave the putter around quite a lot. So you imagine what's going to happen with your putting if I have the ability to do this. So I'm taking over a lot of what we want to do with the shoulders and enforcing it with the hands. So that's going to eliminate your ability to control pace. And the one thing that most PGA Tour players are really good at is distance control. Reason for that is they really enforce the shoulders as they're putting rather than other parts of the body. So first thing we're going to talk about, so that there really can move the putter around. What I'm going to do is essentially try and run the line of the putter shaft along my forearm. So putting it through the middle of my hand, through the two biggest parts of the hand there, and essentially try to run both hands as neutrally as possible with the golf shaft. You do this at home by yourself, you'll kind of feel that you really do lose a bit of control with the hands, but that's not a bad thing because we're not trying to control the putter with our hands. They're just hanging on there to try and get the putter moving in the best possible fashion. So now if we look at what I do, my hands aren't really rotating too much. So that's basically solved putter head to the elbow fold. From there, we're going to talk about elbow to shoulder. That's the second lever. So if I'm in that good position and my arms are out in front of me, I can still make big circles. And this is where you find the guys who kind of get into a decent structure, but still find they wobble the putter around a bit. This is generally the part of the game that's going to be, or part of putting that is going to be what's happening, is the arms are a little bit out in front of the body, and that gives the putter the ability to kind of flail around in the putting stroke. So from there, if I'm in really good structure and then I then tuck my elbows against my sides, I'm really going to enforce everything back up to the shoulders. So when I stand there in that structure, I'm really going to feel myself use the shoulders. If everything's pinched in, nice and neutral, the shoulders can control the putting stroke rather than the hands and arms. And now this is a really good one for while we're at home, because you can get in front of a mirror, you can do some practice putting at home and really look at those parts of your structure, really try to back it up and feel like butt of the putter is between belly button and sternum, and really feel like you're in a good locked in position, eyes are over the golf ball, and you're feeling like you're moving the putter quite neutrally through the putting area. Two really good drills that we can do from there is if you feel like you're kind of achieving all of that stuff and you're the guy who feels like maybe you sway around a little bit as you're putting, so your structures are really good, and then as you take it back and through, you feel yourself not being able to keep yourself centered. This is really good. So these bands you can get from Rebel Sport, really good for being able to control the motion, great for doing a few workouts at home as well. But what you can do is throw this around your knees, and essentially what it'll do is create force inwards on your knees, so you have to try to feel yourself press out a little bit. What that's going to do is kind of give you that feeling like everything from the bottom half just stabilizes out, and then that's going to kind of stop that rocking motion and help you feel like you're in a good structure, and then the shoulders are going to rotate from there. Next one, another kind of resistance band, about 1 meter long, full circle band. Essentially what this is going to do is there's the T-Pro that a lot of golfers use. You see them using that particular method there. This is another one that you can use in a similar sense. Essentially what you want to do is take that right up behind your shoulder blades, in under your thumbs, essentially now kind of in a really short armed position, a bit like a T-Rex, a bit like Zane from up in Queensland. And then what you're going to do from there is you're going to feel yourself get into a nice tall structure, take yourself down, and essentially if I'm good with my back, I should be able to stretch my arms out and feel a good position from there. If I'm kind of in a really lazy position, it's actually quite hard for me to create pressure outwards because I'm not really using the right muscles in my body. So those are both really good drills you can kind of use at home to feel yourself stabilizing your putting, and they're really good for being able to feel like you can achieve a few things, so that way when we get back out into the golf course, you're feeling a bit more confident about your putting structure, regardless of putter that you use, and feeling like you're going to have a few more putts start online because you are in a better place to be able to move the putter in a more uniform fashion. Thank you.